The following program is classified M and contains some violence and sexual references. Channel 7 recommends viewing by mature audiences.
Christopher, what are you doing? Be careful. Just stay here. Christopher, don't go down there. Christopher! Mom! There's a girl down here!
11 stab wounds. You're looking at a 7-inch blade.
Time of death?
Early hours of Sunday morning. She lay there through all of Sunday and Sunday night.
Sexual assault?
Not as far as I can tell. I've taken swabs, but I haven't run them yet. The victim's late teens, early 20s.
So no ID?
No driver's licence, no library card, but there's a few telltale signs.
Henna.
Henna would point to a Hindu person.
And to Muslims, Jews, Christians, Zoroastrians.
That looks faded.
Yeah, I'd say it was applied a few weeks ago.
Right, well, that's going to help with our talks to missing persons.
Yeah, and this might help you find your motive.
The killer signed their work.
The numbers on her forehead.
Bible quotes?
From memory, the 24th book is Jeremiah.
Here we go. Chapter 30 does not have 31 verses.
Maybe it's a longitude.
Not much help with that latitude.
Okay, so maybe the killer got interrupted?
Oh, maybe.
I found our girl. Spoke to missing persons.
You got hit.
Yeah, Marina Durrani. 18-year-old student, Pakistani family. Her mother reported her missing late Sunday.
Pakistani, so that would be Muslim?
Yeah, sure, and that helps us how?
Oh, when all else fails, you just Google it. First thing that comes up when you plug in the numbers 24, 30, and 31 is a passage from the Quran, and there's a few different verses here, but this one tells the story. And tell the believing women to subdue their eyes and maintain their chastity.
Now, this girl, you don't really think she's my sister, do you?
Well, we hope she's not, Mr. Durrani.
My mum's not strong, you see.
And if she's missing, we have to know.
Now, this girl, how did she die?
She was stabbed.
Mrs. Durrani, did your daughter have a henna tattoo applied recently?
Yes, a few weeks ago in celebration of her engagement, yes. Yes. This is my daughter, Marina Durrani. To God we belong, and to God we return. May Allah grant her peace.
Who would do this?
She's beautiful, yes.
Yeah, she really is.
And brilliant, too. Top of almost all her classes at school. She was just about to start studying law, poor thing.
18's very young to be getting married. How long had she been seeing her fiancé?
She and Salim had been promised since she was very young.
So it was an arranged marriage?
Yes, but they had both just approved of the match just recently. Neither of them was being pressured.
I don't know how Salim's gonna take this one.
Marina had 3 numbers written on her forehead. 24, 30, 31. Do either of you know what that might refer to?
I don't understand this. It's a reference to a passage in the Quran.
All right, do you know what passage?
Yes, وقل للمؤمنات أن يغضضن أبصارهن ويحفظن على فروجهن.
Now, that encourages modesty in women, is that right?
And in men.
In modern terms, it refers to dressing appropriately and not being intimate before marriage.
Had Marina engaged in premarital sex, to your knowledge?
How dare you ask this in our...
Sorry, but it is in our...
My daughter has been murdered. Surely she's not the one under investigation.
Well, look, maybe we can phrase this question a little differently. Do either of you know of anyone who might disapprove of a young Muslim girl acting inappropriately?
No one who would think that the appropriate punishment is death.
I knew you shouldn't let her stay there. I told you.
Stay where?
At her aunt's.
My sister-in-law's. Marina was there for the weekend.
She let Marina do whatever she wanted. Well, she's the reason we didn't find out that she was missing until it was too late. She's the reason that all this happened! Oh,
I didn't get up till late on Sunday and I checked the spare room. I just assumed she'd left me asleep and gone. The bed was already made.
That's because she didn't sleep in it.
And you didn't think to call Marina's family? Check she was there?
So they'd realise I had no idea where she'd gone or what she'd done.
So you didn't realise there was a problem until you received a call from your sister-in-law that Sunday night?
That's right.
Did Marina tell you where she was going?
She's Muslim doesn't mean she doesn't like to have fun like other teenagers.
What about Marina's family? Is there any major problems there?
Apart from Hanif,
You don't like him?
not many people do.
Sana, your niece had a verse from the Quran written on her forehead. And let the believing women subdue their eyes. Your nephew Hanif's pretty strong in his religion.
You think this was Hanif?
We didn't say that.
Hanif is passionate about his views. He can be a pain in the butt with his preaching, but he would never hurt Marina.
Are you sure about that?
He'd have no reason to. Marina was walking the line of a good Muslim girl. She was still a virgin and she was getting married. She even broke up with Paul 6 months ago.
Paul?
Marina's neighbour.
We were just friends.
But you stopped seeing each other.
Yeah.
Why did you have to stop seeing each other if you were just friends? Well,
Look, what's this about? Is Marina hurt or is she in trouble or what?
What makes you think that?
She didn't come home and some police in uniforms came and took Miss Durrani and Hanif away.
you keep close tabs on them, do you?
Well, yeah, I was out here working. I couldn't exactly miss it.
Paul, Marina Durrani's dead. She was murdered. So you need to start telling us the truth about what sort of relationship you did have with her.
We've always been friends. I mean, we went to the same primary school, the same high school. Last year we had a bit of a thing.
A bit of a thing. You want to explain what that means?
I was crazy about her and she was into me. We hung out, we kissed a couple of times, then she freaked out.
Do you know why that was?
Bad kisser. Marina's dad died last year. He'd always planned for her to marry Salim and I think she wanted to do right by him.
So she agreed to the engagement.
Yeah.
And how did that make you feel?
Gutted. If she really loved him, then yeah, I could have accepted it, but she barely knew the guy and he definitely didn't know her.
Are you his boss? Yes. How long's he been like this?
Since he heard the news.
I can't believe it.
According to your fiance's auntie, you and Marina went out clubbing on Saturday night.
Yes. Marina wanted to spend some time together before we got married.
How did the end of the evening pan out?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I went home early. I had to study.
So it's only your parents at home?
Yes.
And they saw you come in?
My father did. I went straight to my room. I was on my computer until about 4 a.m. working.
And you didn't go out again to meet her, just the two of you?
No, I know what you're suggesting, but that's something that had to wait till marriage. Her brother would.
Would what?
Hanif loves his sister. He wants her to be the best she can be. Sex is for marriage. It wasn't to happen.
Did it?
No, it didn't.
Did Marina have any boyfriends before you?
No, nothing serious. I mean, I'm sure she had a lot of offers. But I knew Marina's family. And I was starting to know Marina.
Are you sure this is from the Quran?
It seems to be.
Well, not a combination or a phone number? I mean, that'd make things a hell of a lot easier for us, Stanley. This is a hotbed. It's a political minefield. I don't want some bloke getting a bee in his kufti and serving me up a fatwa.
You're not suggesting we ignore the evidence, are you?
No, of course not. Not such a bad idea. All right, you lot. Thrill me. What are we looking at so far?
Right, I took statements from most of the people on Salim's list. And they all say the same thing, that Salim, he left early, and then about an hour later they noticed that Marina was gone.
Crowded club?
Oh, it's chocolates. They're all having a wild time.
They're Muslims, aren't they? Muslims aren't supposed to drink, are they?
Yeah, but not all their friends were Muslim.
But all of them were partying hard. And they didn't leave the club till 4. And according to the girlfriends, Marina had said that she was sick, so then she went to the toilet, and when she didn't return, they figured that she'd just gone home.
What about Salim's parents? Have we got a statement from them?
Jen and I did. They confirmed that he got home at 11 o'clock, went up to his room to study, but he could have easily taken off again, hooked up with Marina.
Maybe he saw her with someone else. I mean, Paul Sumner, he didn't have an alibi.
Yeah, or Marina's brother, Honey.
It's got nothing to do with sex or purity or whatever, and this whole Quran thing's just to set us off on the wrong track.
That sounds more like
it. Yeah, it is a possibility. Gideon.
Ronnie's autopsy report confirms my findings on the cause of death.
Would we ever doubt you?
And I did some research on the henna tattoos. It turns out that those particular patterns are symbols of purity, chasteness, and fertility.
So she was a virgin?
Was, yeah.
Yeah, it would seem she ceased to qualify for 2 of those symbols very recently.
She'd had sex for the first time?
Yeah, on the night she died.